I only bought it because it was a glass bottle. I don't usually buy like different brands of chocolate milk.
Yeah.
It's not the greatest brand of chocolate milk. It's a fine milk. It's not the best milk. Do you know something?
I've never been a huge fan of chocolate milk, to be fair. I've never...
You know what it tastes like? It tastes like, it might even be the same sort of brand. It tastes like the sort of milk you get in school, in the cartons.
Oh no.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's not the best chocolate milk by any means, but it's not the worst. It's not the worst.
They probably spent more money on the glass bottle than the actual chocolate milk inside it.
It's just a weird society we're in these days where chocolate milk deserves a glass bottle. Like, wow.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I mean, people are trying to be, progressive.
You know what? That's the intro. Hello, everyone. It's us. We're back. Complaining again in 2022.
Complaining about chocolate milk.
Yeah, I bought one earlier today. Glass bottle. What is this? Why is this not plastic? Are we out of plastic? Like, I get we're trying to resource plastic, but guess what? I think it's more important to preserve glass, which is made out of sand, which a lot of the planet's made of. Yeah. You know, like I just pour it straight into my mouth, essentially.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I feel like it's probably better, isn't it? Glass, because like when plastic doesn't biodegrade to anything, glass would biodegrade to sand. So I suppose it's better for
It's episode 18, by the way.
Oh yeah.
But glass is for like more important stuff than chocolate milk. That's why I never see like glasses of water unless the water's been screwed with and it's got like chemicals or vitamins or something like that, minerals,
Expensive.
Like you never see normal
water.
Tap water in a glass, you know.
No, not
like,
a glass bottle.
The little glasses of Coke, they're more expensive than the bottles of Coke. But this was the same price as a normal milk. Otherwise I wouldn't have got it. Like, I wouldn't get a glass of Coke.
They probably spent more money on the bottle than on the actual chocolate milk.
I feel like... Because
they probably did.
That was the second most I would have spent for a plastic one. Like a Yahoo milk.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
This society. Anyway, how are you?
I'm good. Yeah, no, this is, I think, the first podcast episode we've done from my room. Yeah.
It is, exclusively from your room.
Yeah, we're now on the new microphone, which I'm just going to move a little bit.
This is his new microphone. Yeah. It's probably really good for getting really close and just talking.
I mean, that is very loud. You probably definitely.
No, I heard a definite pop there. He hasn't got a pop filter.
Oh right, yeah.
That was the pop.
But all those things I'll be purchasing. In the near future. I think on my next paycheck, I'm gonna get an arm for it, and I'll get a pop filter, and
I'll get a leg for it.
Yeah. So it can have both an arm and a leg, and
you can put the arm on the leg.
It needs a heart and a head.
I reckon that guy, hear me out. I reckon that guy probably has a huge fucking dick. Like he's got a massive schlong.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, why would the motorcycle be that heavy? It's because of the weight of his penis as he drives.
Yeah. As he's going along on his motorbike, his massive penis is out of his trouser, dragging on the floor, and that's what the noise is. It's not actually the motorbike.
Plus, what you can't hear is the sound of him also screaming in pain.
Oh right, yeah.
Because it's actually and because that hurts.
He's in extreme pain. Yeah. Because his cock and balls being dragged across the concrete road by his motorbike.
That's why I feel bad for people with motorbikes, because it's like, man, you've suffered some damage there. You weren't circumcised as a child. You were circumcised as an adult on your motorbike.
Also, I would never ride a motorbike because, think about it. If you get in a crash in a car, at least it's got the what do you call them? The fucking
airbags.
The airbags and shit that protect you when you crash, and you're in a massive metal vehicle. Whereas if you're on a motorbike and you crash, you're gonna die.
No, because I think it depends on how good you are. For example, if you're in a car and you crash, you're trapped in the seat with a seatbelt on, you can't get in or out, you just have to sit there. But if you're skilled, if you're on a motorbike and you crash, you could just do an epic backflip and land on your feet.
Imagine this guy does an epic backflip, and then as he lands on his feet, because of the force, his legs just completely snap, and his spine and everything just into a little splat on the floor.
There's a Final Destination death that's very similar to that. It's not a motorcycle, but it's a gymnast on one of those monkey bars, and she's swinging round and round and round. And as she goes off to do the jump, she loses her grip and just claps it straight onto her neck, I think, and it breaks her back. And she just folds like a taco.
Oh no! Yeah. But that's the one thing that I'd always be too scared to ride a motorbike, because like, what if you crash? Like, you'd just be fucked. Like this. Imagine even if you're going at like 40 miles an hour and you just fell off the motorbike, that would hurt.
And you think that helmet's going to do you any good? Like, guess what, pal? guess what? That helmet's going to protect your brain. Say goodbye to your legs. Yeah. Say goodbye to your spine. Say goodbye to everything else.
God. Yeah, no. Yeah, that's why I'd never ride a motorbike. I'd be much happier in my car. Nice and safe.
I'd much rather be on the back of someone riding a motorbike. Because even if I do get in a horrific accident and lose a body part, at least I can look at that guy and be like, yeah, nice going. Not me. You're like, look what you did to me.
Look what you fucking did to me.
It wouldn't be my fault. Yeah. I'd have something to blame.
Yeah. I mean, the polar opposite of that is having someone riding on the back of your motorbike and then you crash it.
Imagine that. Imagine if you kill that person. But you survive. Imagine the survivor's guilt from that. You'd
be living with the regrets for the rest of your life. Damn, what if I just knew how to ride a fucking motorbike?
What if I just learned how to ride a car?
What if I just bought a car?
What if when I was 18 and my dad was like, do you want a car, son? I wasn't trying to be rebellious, and I wasn't like, no, Dad, I want a motorbike.
I want to have tattoos and go to the pub and wear leather jackets.
I want to do a hit and run one day. Yeah. That's 2022 for you, though.
That's 2022, yeah. But I feel like in this day and age, there's probably more motorcyclists than ever. Think about all of the hate-filled people who've grown up in lockdown. They're gonna want to rebel against their parents and society.
I don't know. I would never ride a motorcycle for sure. Yeah. I wouldn't learn how to drive a car. I just want someone to do it all for me. I just want the money that I can pay someone to do everything.
Yeah. I mean, that's why taxis exist.
That's not what I mean. I mean like a limo one day.
Oh, like a limo.
Yeah, like a chauffeur.
Yeah.
An Alfred.
Yeah. I mean, those are expensive.
That will be my requirement, by the way. That's the job requirement. Is your name Alfred? You in, mate. You got the job, mate. What can I say?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like, I feel like that would be very expensive.
No, I'm talking. In 30 years, sort of.
Okay.
Obviously.
Yeah.
For now, I just walk. I've got legs. Yeah. I'm not old enough where I can't be like, oh, my legs. Because if I did that nowadays, people would be like, you're 21. Get a fucking grip. Right? Oh, you can't use your legs at 21, you lazy sack of shit.
That's true. I mean, hell, I can't disagree though. I've literally walked from here to.
That's very
that is. Yeah, you know me. I love my walking.
I'm gonna have to censor that though.
Oh, because I said. Yeah.
You said it again.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just exposing Bradley's hometown.
Full address.
Yeah.
Postcode.
His sex, his gender, everything.
Thank you for making the classification because they're both different things.
They are, yeah. They're both different.
No, they're different things in general. I'm saying mine are different.
Yeah. Your sex and your gender.
I was born a male, but I choose every day to be a male. And that's my choice. Okay?
Okay, but if you weren't to choose it, you'd still be a male.
I can't confirm or deny that. That's upside down type stuff. That's a different world. Okay, in this world, I am what I am.
Yeah.
Are you being? I mean,
I don't know. I don't know what you are, but I support it, Bradley, all the way because it is 2022 now. 2022. It's officially now 2022, and I support anyone who wants to be anything.
I think this year, because I think over the past couple of years, a lot of people have really, like, a lot of communities have really come up that have been discriminated against. We've had, the racial communities and LGBTQ, transgendered, homosexual. I think this year is the movement for the transabled. If you want to be in a wheelchair and break both of your legs for the rest of your life, you should do it. If you want to have no arms for some reason, you should do it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, here's an interesting thing. Did you know? So, like, people that have like that get dismembered or have like, you know, like if there's, especially like war veterans, if they have like their arm gets has to be amputated or their leg, when they come back, that it'll still feel like they've still got that phantom limb. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
Yes, they'll go to take something off someone, but there's no hand. It's not there. There's nothing there. But it feels like it is still there for them, which I think is weird.
The X-Files actually had an episode about that, about a soldier who lost his limbs, but when he was asleep, you know, like out of body experiences, kind of like spirit things. So he was going actual phantom legs, like he was floating essentially, and it was like ghost legs and arms.
Oh my god!
And he was going around killing his supervisor, but no one believed it was him because he's the guy with no arms and legs. How the hell could he have done that?
Yeah,
you know?
That's cool. Yeah, I like.
No, yeah, it was a fun little episode.
Yeah, and this reminds me of something that you said before we started this podcast, which was that we should come up with a new idea. For you know, I mean, we did that with the first episode, didn't we?
We did. And this is the first episode of 2021.
All those weeks ago. How long ago would that have been? That would have been 18 weeks, so not quite half a year.
No, what? Are you joking? We took so many breaks. It was July.
It was July?
It was July.
Really? Wow, okay.
We took so many breaks.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Well, sorry guys, we haven't been that consistent, but you know, we're busy guys.
We're busy guys. We're young bucks in our 20s.
Yeah, you know, we have aspirations, dreams.
The world is our oyster. We're going to take it.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah, it's, you know, just luckily you guys are along for the ride.
Yeah, you're here for the journey, the epic journey.
Yeah.
I would like to talk about a movie. However, I don't know if that movie's got legs. But do you get it? The Phantom Limbs got legs. Come on, that was good.
God damn.
That was good. That was actually good.
I think we might have to shut down the podcast.
But I also wasn't joking. It hasn't got any legs. I don't want to make a movie about that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, that's so. Yeah.
But what should we make a movie about? I've got ideas.
Well, this is the thing. How do you come up with an original idea?
I could talk to you a bit about my process.
Your process of coming up with an original idea.
Yeah. You're
going to reveal it on the podcast. Guys, stay tuned. Bradley...
I didn't think about how big this was.
Bradley is about to reveal his method.
I didn't think about how big this was.
I feel like that's quite...
It's quite big, isn't it?
Yeah, that is quite big.
Because as a writer, that is quite a big thing. Okay.
Yeah.
I have many methods I want to preface it with. So this isn't my only method, but here's something I like to do when I don't have any original ideas. Okay. I mean this. Don't make fun of me. Okay, this is a very personal thing.
Yeah, no, I'm all ears. I'm listening. I'm ready.
I think a lot about kind of questions that I have about the world. Mm-hmm. And I don't mean questions people have. I don't care what people have. Mm-hmm. Questions I have.
Okay.
Things that confuse me.
Okay.
Badly welling.
What's an example?
Alright. An example. Alright, so this is a film that I do plan on writing this year. That did stem from a question. And the question was, what if you had a genuine problem you needed to go to the police with, but your problem made you seem absolutely crazy? Like, you had an actual thing. You need police help, but they're not going to believe you. You sound completely insane.
Yeah.
And that delved into a woman trying to convince a detective that she's been stalked by a shapeshifter.
Okay. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That stemmed from the idea of, what if someone seemed absolutely crazy? And that was originally going to be a comedic idea. But it kind of, trust me, the film's not going to be comedic. The film's going to be a thriller.
Yeah.
And that's just kind of how it works sometimes. Like, you come up with a really good idea that becomes a hook. You know?
Oh, I see. Yeah, I suppose that's an easier way of coming up with it, isn't it?
Yeah. Like my Wall film. That the whole thing about it is question. I mean, I can't narrow down to a specific idea, but the entire thing is questioning religion and questioning aspects of it. You know.
Yeah, I guess that's a good place to start, isn't it? Because to come up with an original storyline is difficult because there's so many things that you could do. Yeah.
So what's our question? What do we want to know? What do we want to change? What do we want to question?
Also that one that you just said, a person who needs to go to the police, but the police won't listen to them because their thing is that what they need help with sounds crazy.
Yeah.
They kind of did that in Squid Game, didn't they, as well?
A little bit, but that was more like just straight up gaslighting in a way. Well, this is like, no, you don't understand. I know it sounds crazy, but these 5 guys are the same guy. I promise. Like,
yeah.
There'll be more than 5 though. That's not a spoiler. You don't know me. Okay.
You don't know anything about me.
I'm going to write that though. I do plan on writing that by the end of the year. Because I've got a lot of ideas for that one. It's going to have a lot of threads.
I feel like that's quite prominent as well, because there are a lot of people that go to the police with genuine like problems and issues, but the police are like, yeah, no, you got no proof, or you got nothing to stand on. We can't help you.
This is all he said, she said, but in this case, it's he said, and this person said it 14 times in different voices.
So I mean, even something as serious and real world as what happened to me and in. I went to the police to be like, because like I was genuinely scared because they were like coming after us. I thought like, what if they kill me? What if they kidnap me and kill us? Because that was what they were saying they were going to do. And I went to the police and I was like, you got to do something. I mean, like he's gonna try and kidnap us. Like, what are you gonna do? And they were basically like, we can't do anything. And I was like, great. So what? I would just get kidnapped, and you wouldn't be able to do anything until I got kidnapped.
I was watching an episode of Seinfeld, and he was in this exact scenario. He's calling someone because he thought he was being stalked, and he goes, "Well, if I was the president of the United States, you'd investigate, wouldn't you?" And then he goes, "Well, I'm close. I'm a comedian of the United States."
Yeah, but like, you see what I mean? Like, that shit happens all the time, and like, it's ridiculous. The police system is totally fucked.
Yeah.
But I can kind of understand why, because like, otherwise people who are like insane could be going to the police all the time and be like, "Oh, help me with this," and then like police resources would be wasted on like, nothing, just bullshit. So I guess there's a reason, but that makes it a problem.
It is, yeah.
It does. It makes it a problem because there's lots of people out there who are stuck in predicaments, or maybe if they're doing something bad, and that's why they can't go to the police, because they're stuck in trouble, but they can't go to the police because if they do, they'll get busted as well.
Yeah, and in this film, which I'm not going to talk about too much because again, this is my own thing, out there in the world.
Yeah.
It's going to be very much a case of like, it's going to question like general public's relationship with the police too, because like, this isn't a case of she trusts the police. She's looking for one guy, and she walks into the police station and she's literally going to be like, just give me the guy who's been in this building the longest. Like, not the person who's worked here the longest, the last person who didn't leave the room, because she just doesn't know who the hell to trust anymore. She doesn't know who this guy is, because he could be anyone. Yeah. So she's like, okay, you've been in here for 8 hours. Great, it can't be you. I need you.
Yeah. And
that's it. She doesn't want to separate from that point. She doesn't want to leave the room with him.
Yeah. No, I like it. I like the premise. Yeah, that's good. So we need to come up with another one of those kind of questions.
I suppose before we come up with the question, if you want to try a focused question, we could decide the genre first, because then we could decide what kind of question we want to ask. Do we want a comedy? Do we want a drama? Horror? Thriller? Romance? Pornography? You want to write a porno?
You want to write a pornography?
I don't. I'm questioning if you do.
I want to write a pornography.
You do?
Oh my
this is the
God.
pornography episode.
This is the porn episode. Oh my God.
I've been waiting for this for years.
It's the episode where Brandy and Hector write porn. Yeah.
It's up to you. Some ideas are both.
Man, there's so many things that you could do. Maybe not. Wait, so what was like verbatim, like the question for the police one?
What if you needed police attention, but you seemed like you were just absolutely insane?
Okay, right, yeah, that was it, yeah. So
and other ideas came from that question. Another one was a guy who's being followed by a demon, but it wasn't specifically that I strayed away from the police there because it became a guy couldn't leave the room. Like, he couldn't be alone in the room with this demon. So he had to constantly be with people. But you can't always do that, can you? Eventually you need me time, they need their time. This guy's driving around everyone around him when he needs them the most, because he cannot be alone right now. Because when he is, he's close to death.
I don't know why, but I don't. Yeah, looking at that kind of gave me an idea of what would you do if so you're at school and you're being bullied, but you're being bullied by someone who's a very, very pivotal figure in your friend group. So you can't turn to any of your friends for help, and all of your friends are aware of it, but they don't do anything because you're all together in the same friend group.
Have you seen Mean Girls?
No.
Maybe watch Mean Girls.
Is that what that is?
A little bit.
Oh, I see.
Mean Girls is very much about groups and cliques and kind of the divide and power of that.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I'd say, I'd say watch Mean Girls before you finish Death 4 at least, in case you start going into too much like Mean Girls.
Bradley, I just want to rip off Mean Girls. That's what I want to do.
I don't blame you. It is an actual good film. It really is. It's a solid film.
Well, what else?
But no, I do like the idea of maybe it's a child being bullied by a teacher.
I feel like that's quite a cliche idea.
Depends on how we do it. Maybe he's not being bullied by a teacher. Maybe he's being genuinely like, this teacher's fucking torturing him, ruining his life. This is a sick teacher. He rejected the teacher's sexual advances. And now the teacher.
How about we think about school? There's loads of I feel like the idea of school contains so much, and
it
also
does.
a big portion of our lives and our memories is all revolving around things.
No, it does. I mean,
school.
That's why I went a horror place in a school, because school is. I don't know, but that's the thing. It depends on what you. Because that's why I went a horror in a school. Because I kind of associate schools with horror. I kind of associate it with not nice time.
I think anxiety. a lot of people do. I think especially with COVID as well.
Yeah, I mean that was my idea with my horror set at school. It was to get into the anxiety of not only schools in general, but especially being the new student at a school where you don't know anyone.
Yeah,
that's the driving force of my horror.
I had that all the time. That was every school for me, because I went to maybe 8 or 9 different schools throughout my childhood. So that was just that was constant for me.
That's what that's what my school films gonna kind of drive from, because but imagine that feeling, but you also have a very big gut feeling that this school is haunted. How's that gonna mix? That's not gonna go well, is it?
Actually, I had a really surreal schooling experience at one particular school that maybe you could pull something from.
Go on.
So it was this relatively I want to say what's the word? Think of really out of the way, it's kind of in the countryside sort of areas of Kent. And it's very cultish.
Okay.
That's the word that I was trying to think of. It's very cultish for some reason. I just have lots of really weird memories.
What, the school was like a cult?
Yeah, the school was like a cult. Okay. It was really strange. It was a very strange place, I remember. But so an example of where it was very weird was so my mum and dad wanted me to go to a nearby private school called Marlborough House. You don't have to censor that, it's fine, I don't really care.
I'm going to censor it, you can't tell me what to do.
Okay. But I couldn't go there straight away as soon as we'd come back from Bahrain.
I'm going to censor that too, you can't tell me what to do.
We come back from Bahrain and I couldn't go to that school immediately because it was a private school. There's it took a while for me to get in and be able to start going to school there. Yeah. So for the time being, I went to this school. I can't remember what it was called. I want to say Bricklehurst, but I'm not sure if that was it. But anyway, so I was there at that school for maybe 2 months or so. And when it came to me leaving that school, they really didn't want me to leave the school, at all. To the point that that I was supposed to go for my induction day at Marlborough House at about at midday. So I'd spend half the day at the private school, but for the first half of the day I was at this other school, Bricklehurst. And when it came to me leaving, my mum had told me in the morning, she told me, I'm going to phone up the school and let them know you've got your induction day, and I'll be or someone was waiting for me outside the school to pick me up and drive me over there, or maybe it was a friend, I suppose my parents were working. And so I was like, okay, that's fine. And then when it came, to 12 o'clock midday, when I was supposed to go to Marlborough House, They said, what? Oh, no, your mum phoned us up and said it's been cancelled. You're not actually going there anymore.
What? That's crazy.
You know, that's what they said. Yeah, they phoned up and said, yeah, no, you're not actually going anymore. Your mum phoned up, it's cancelled. You're not actually going. Actually, it might look like you're staying here at this school.
They did that without her permission.
Yeah, without my mum's permission.
Isn't that illegal?
I think it might be illegal, yeah. So I was like, okay, yeah, that's fine. And then later that day, at the end of the day, I was supposed to be going home. All of the kids had gone, and I was still there waiting at the school. And then, like an hour later, so like, you know, school finishes at like 3, I think, and it was like, you know, 4 or 5 o'clock. I'd been waiting there for ages. My dad arrived. My dad is usually not a person that I don't see very often because like he was like normally working. I think he was like the area manager for like Barclays, so he was usually busy and not working. So I was surprised to see him, and he was angry. And my dad is a very scary person usually when he's angry. And yeah, like he came and he saw the head teacher, and I could hear him shouting from like through the school. And then he took me over to the car and we went home straight away. And apparently, my mum had phoned up to let them know. And apparently the headmaster had made my mum cry over the phone. And apparently the headmaster had left the school and come to our house.
What?
And like scared my mum into like not letting me leave the school, and saying like I was staying at this school whether we liked it or not. And like,
what on earth?
Yeah. Yeah, my dad came and like, yeah, was furious. But there were loads of weird things that happened at the school. I have loads of memories of one of the main teachers there, because there were only like 4 teachers at the whole school. And like during one of the history lessons, I just remember them teaching us loads of stuff that wasn't true. Loads of political things that weren't true at all, like loads of made up stuff that just wasn't true at all.
Did they deny the Holocaust?
I mean, I don't think we were taught the Holocaust at that age, but like loads of things that weren't true, and loads of stuff about the world that weren't true as well. I'm trying to remember. I remember they taught us loads of stuff about Henry VIII that I then later found out was completely all made up, like completely not true at all.
Wow.
And like the teacher would like tell us stuff about how Britain used to have a different currency than what we have right now, and it was a currency that we'd stolen from like from the French, from another country, all completely made up. Loads of things they taught us were all completely made up, and we'd have like weird ceremonies at the start of the day where like we'd go into the priory church, like the mini church that they had on the grounds of the school, and we'd have to do like prayers, but like weird prayers and like weird singing. And yeah, it was just a really weird, surreal school. But imagine like that could be it. What if a child gets kidnapped by the school and they like keep them there at the school, or the school does something to keep them there in this weird, deranged, demented, cult-like place, and like it starts off as a school and it slowly devolves into this like nightmarish place where they've actually like enslaved all the children. Maybe they like, you know,
Okay, I would have 3 questions about this premise. First would be, what genre would you be looking at? Would this be a horror, or is this like an action? Would it be the parents fighting to get back the kids? Like in an action scenario? Is this like Taken? You know?
I don't know.
Or is this more like... What's a good example for that? More like The Shining, I guess. You know?
Like a weird psychological horror.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I suppose like logically it wouldn't make any sense, because in the real world the parents would be like, oh, our kid hasn't come home, let's call the police, and then the police would go there and then that would be it. Maybe it's not. What if the police go there and they search the school and they can't find the children because the children are actually being held in a basement somewhere down below? The teachers were like, oh no, they left earlier to go back home.
So I feel like that would work. If this would work, then it would have to be like a thriller, a full-on kind of conspiracy. Like the school have this long game about what they're doing with this kid, with these children. Maybe, instead of, because I like the slavery idea, but instead of maybe the school doing that, maybe the school's involved in child human trafficking. Kids,
that makes it a bit more real. And
kids go missing every couple of months, and they just ship them away to be and do whatever.
Yeah. Because there is human trafficking. There was a girl at university, not really a school, but still related, I guess. And she went missing, and she was never found.
Okay, I've got the premise. So it's a boy. Yeah, a boy's gone missing. The film's about his dad and his brother. His brother also goes to the school. They're both investigating the disappearance, but as the boy's getting closer, the school realises and sends him off too. At which point the dad, who's been working behind the scenes, finally decides to fully get involved.
Yeah, that could be. Yeah, that's intrigue. Yeah, because you've got the original child who disappears. Yeah. I feel like the whole cult element makes it. Can make it quite
the school
spooky.
claimed that the child left and disappeared on the way home, but his brother's there, and his brother is sure that he went missing before home time because he wouldn't have left him. You know, that's the narrative idea of it. You know, my brother never would have left me. I know he didn't just go. You know, and the dad knows that too.
Yeah.
And so, eventually, maybe, do schools have CCTV?
Not often.
So yeah, I never wrote it into my Castle Lane script because I wasn't sure. If they did, we could do something where it's like, they convince them to have, like, police to have a look at the CCTV to see if they can find the missing boy leaving, and maybe they've doctored the footage.
Maybe they've fabricated it. Yeah.
But only the dad and the brother can tell that it's not him because of some key detail. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I don't know. It is an idea, but I feel like it's lacking something.
It's lacking a big hook.
Yeah. It's like I've got the environment, but there's no story. You see what I mean? But that was a weird time.
Okay, what about the exact same premise, except the dad and the brother know the boy is alive. They've gotten a message from the boy. They got a letter from the boy. They know the boy's alive. They know the school has something to do with it. This isn't just a casual investigation. This is them trying to get the evidence so they know that it was taken from the boy.
Again, I feel like it's lacking something.
I kind of get what you mean,
Yeah. Otherwise, then it's basically like, it's basically just like either there's conclusion A, which is where they find him and it's happy ending, or there's conclusion B where they don't find him and it's some sort of unhappy twist. But either way, I feel like, I don't know, I feel like it's lacking something.
Do you still want to stay with the cult idea? Because I had a comedy idea for a cult ages ago. So it's a comedy where the idea is, it's basically like a bit of a kind of homage to Superbad, where the idea is this cult sacrifices its virgins. So this group of virgins are trying to get laid because their life literally depends on it.
Yeah, I like that.
But that was just like a throwaway idea I had like a while ago. I was never planning on doing anything with it.
Yeah, just so desperate to get laid.
Yeah,
life or death situation.
And that's the agreement he's made with his village. He can leave for a week, and if he can successfully do it, they won't sacrifice him. But if they can't, man, we need the crops to grow. Sorry, mate, we're going to need to sacrifice you. And he's agreed to it because he's
new person enters the cult, doesn't know about this rule yet, and everyone else sees her walk into the room and she's really, really ugly, and they all go.
Someone starts up and be like, not that one, Jesus. Has to be. Yeah. I don't know. So it could be hard to come up with proper ideas.
Yeah.
But it always does stem from a question. That's the thing. That's what it's missing. It's missing the actual question. What's the message of that film? Don't trust schools. Like, what's going to be the message there?
Yeah. No, I just thought because it was a weird time. I suppose it's a cool environment, but there's no real sort of question or meaning.
What's something you? Oh, I mean, I asked a question earlier on this podcast, but we couldn't make a video about it or a movie even. But why does Milkshake think it deserves to be in glass bottles? Now imagine if you could figure out a film about that. That's how this works. You just got to figure out a question that's a bit more intriguing and important than why does Milkshake. And again, I haven't forgotten about this. The brand is Delamere Dairy. Put your chocolate milks, which aren't that good by the way, in a plastic bottle. Because you're not that fancy. You're not that hard. Alright, you're not hard. You make me sick. Can you believe this?
I can't think of anything why it would be. I mean, what if they put it in a glass bottle because the chocolate milk?
No, it doesn't need to be about that.
Has now.
It doesn't need to be about that. I don't want it to be about that.
So toxic and lethal that they put it in plastic bottles, but eventually it rots away. The plastic bottle, it melts it, and now they're putting it into glass bottles instead.
If it's that toxic, how are people drinking it?
Well, maybe it's just like So don't poke holes in my plot, Bradley.
What if the world discovers that all of the water currently outside of the human body is about to turn into acid? No, that's too much. All the water exposed to oxygen, so all bottled water and contained water is safe. But all the water exposed to oxygen is about to become acidic. What happens then?
Do you know what that kind of reminds me of? You know that trailer we saw in the cinema? Where the moon comes crashing into Earth.
That one. Wow. That was insulting.
I'm sorry. No, that just gave me that kind of vibes. Like,
that's why I would
insane
never
apocalyptic insane apocalyptic event. What will they do?
That is what sort of movie it would be though, to be fair. That is actually, it'd be like, we need a team of our best AWOL scientists.
I can already see the actors that would be in it. You know, you might have maybe
see Amy Adams.
You might have Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
You might have who's the guy that was in
Sean Bean?
That was in that movie about them selling guns.
I have no idea what movie you're talking about. There's a lot of movies out there about that.
It's about two guys and they're selling guns. One of them's fat, the other one's that skinny guy, both white.
In suits?
Bad. Yeah, in suits.
The Blues Brothers?
No. Is it called Bad? I'm sure it's Bad something.
Two white guys in suits selling guns. One thin, one fat.
Yeah.
And it was a comedy.
I don't think it was a comedy.
It wasn't a comedy?
No.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh.
If it wasn't a comedy, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Anyone listening to this podcast can guess what it is.
Is it an old movie?
About. It's not that old. It's relatively old. It's a movie that Dan loves. If that
Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
No, it's not that.
Oh.
But it is a movie that Dan loves.
Who's in it?
It's that. It's the guy that's been known as the fat guy from Hollywood.
There's a lot of those. A lot of them are dead. There's a lot of fat guys from Hollywood, man.
Let's see. Hang on. Movie.
Is it Chris Farley? Is it Wayne Knight? You know.
War Dogs. Not bad. War Dogs.
Oh, you were talking about Jonah Hill. You kidding?
Yeah.
Alright, first of all, he is no longer regarded as the Hollywood fat guy.
Yeah, no, I'm just talking about that because I remember seeing a video where the interviewer was like something about, he said that sort of thing to him. Yeah.
But that's why I wouldn't have got it. The question was about how he's no longer the Hollywood fat guy, by the way. So I would never have got that.
But I picture those two. Oh, and this guy, of course. Yeah, of course you'd have fucking Nick Cage, Nicolas Cage. You'd have those two guys. That would be the cast of the movie. Yeah.
I've already, because you made us go on this tangent, I've already forgotten the movie.
the movie was epic disaster happens. How are they going to get out of it?
Yeah.
You know?
No, yeah. So I mean, not that one, but we could do an epic disaster movie.
Yeah.
How about? Hear me out. Because this is actually one that I've had, not a film idea, but a question I've had for a while. So whenever I hear someone bring up veganism, and they're going all out on it, oh well, I'm such a good person, you're a bad person.
Yeah.
I've always thought to myself, and sometimes I've said it, but I've often thought to myself, if cows were able to, they'd eat us too.
Yeah.
Cows aren't more than us.
Pigs eat people.
Exactly.
If a person dies in a pig enclosure,
if something happened and cows went to the top of the food chain, we're the meat. We're next.
Yeah.
So, might as well eat them before they can eat us. That's my thought. What if we did a film about that? Maybe cows go high on the food chain.
Cows become sentient.
Cows become dominant
really
and take over the world. And we become the cow. By the way, very not subtle, and also a weird film from two people who aren't vegans.
How about we put another really cringe spin on it? All right.
Oh, go on.
All right. So there's a lot of zombie movies. So how about we make
Zombie
it zombie cows?
My god!
It's gonna be the next. It's gonna be the next Incredible Bulk. This movie.
See, okay, I can already imagine the opening scene, because obviously the opening scene is a slaughterhouse.
Yeah.
Where a room of carcasses, a guy's going through and chopping them up into bits, and they reanimate around him.
Yeah.
And devour him.
Yeah.
That could work.
Yeah, it's cows.
Here's the thing, though. Because human zombies want human brains. What do the cows want? Are they after? Are the cows looking for other cows?
Well, let's say it's going to be our own take on zombies, because all these zombie movies have come up with their own take on zombies. There was that zombie movie where they were like a hive mind. We could do it that.
I've got it.
Okay.
Here's how the cows are a threat to us. They're after anything else that produces milk, including our women.
Now we're going real comedy.
Now we're going
real comedy.
Yeah.
I was going to go along the lines of the cows just become a hive mind and they kill anything that's not a cow.
What, without the zombie aspect?
Well, no. Let's say it's the zombie aspect is let's say it's some.
Oh, you just mean because it's going to be a herd of them? They're going to be. You don't mean they're actual zombies?
No, they'll be zombies. But it'll be our own take on zombies. Where rather than
are they undead?
Yeah, they're undead.
Okay,
Okay, yeah, they're undead zombies, but they don't eat other cows' brains. They've just what was the movie that did it where it was it was a virus that made them all a hive mind of zombies?
I think that's Warm Bodies. Maybe.
But similar to that.
The one with the little guy from, not the little guy, but the guy from X-Men, the one who becomes Beast.
I cannot remember.
Yeah, the one from Skins.
I won't be able.
Nicholas Hoult.
I won't be able to remember
you have a
single
computer.
Detail.
Nicholas Hoult. Warm Body. Just search out Warm Bodies. What am I talking to you for? I know that's the movie you made.
Oh yeah, no, it's that. Yeah, it is that. Yeah.
I didn't love this movie, by the way.
No, it's very forgettable.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I forgot.
Yeah. The only reason I know it is one. Well, actually, no. The only reason I know it is because I like both the actors. It's just the movie they're in, unforgettable.
Yeah. But we could do it like that. The cows become like a hive mind, and that's how they become intelligent, because they become intelligent enough to conquer the world. It's just a hive mind of cows.
But that's the question. Because are they conquer? Because if we were going full conquer the world, I fear we're going to delve too far into that Rick and Morty episode where the dogs conquer the world.
But it won't be like that because they're zombies.
See, I was thinking less they actually conquer the world and more they are just attacking the world.
Yeah, they just eat the world. Yeah, not conquer the world. Just they kill everything.
Okay.
They're just
conquer the world implies they're ruling the world.
They're like deranged zombies, but they're deranged zombies that they're just gonna kill anything and everything that isn't another deranged cow zombie.
So they are only after cows.
No. They're going after anything and everything that isn't a cow zombie.
If that's the case, then I don't understand why they're zombies. Because
cows can't just magically become vicious.
Wait, hang on a minute. So the cows. How does that make any sense?
Okay, I'll tell you why. All right, hang on. Answer me this.
No.
Why is it that if a cow became reanimated from the dead and it became deranged and vicious, why would it be only interested in killing other cows?
No, because here's how I define a zombie. 1, yes, it's a human that comes from the dead. But 2, it's also only after human brains. Because it doesn't go after anything else. You can have dogs and lions and all that shit in a zombie apocalypse. In my opinion, that's fair game. The zombies don't go for them.
Yeah.
The only reason they would go for them is if they were really close to a human and they got confused.
But that's where we could switch it up. They've just become deranged animals that will kill.
No, my point is, if they are just attacking everything, that's like, in my opinion, that's more like a Dalek than a zombie.
No, they did that. They already did that in another zombie movie where, you know, the poster is like the zombies gathering together up towards the helicopter.
World War Z? Yeah. That's a terrible zombie movie.
But they did that in that movie where the zombies just killed everything and anything.
Honestly, it's so far it sounds more like a Dalek than a zombie. If it's actually just like its only agenda is just to kill everything that isn't it, because that's not a zombie. A zombie doesn't care about the other zombies. It's just hungry. It's not about killing everything around it. It's just about starving. You know, and the only thing it wants is human brains. If this is a zombie with an agenda, I feel like it starts becoming a zombie.
Well, let's say it's more like a virus that's reanimated the cow and it's made it incredibly vicious, hungry.
Have you heard of mad cow disease?
Yes.
What if we just do it based on that? Like, it's a new strain of mad cow disease.
It is, mad cow disease, and it makes the cows mad.
Yeah, no, that could be the tagline. Yeah. This time it makes the cows mad.
It's perfect. Yeah.
Alright, so if we're going to do it, so I feel like if this was going to be a thing, it'd be a comedy horror then.
Yeah.
So, what sort of deaths can we get from cows killing humans? What sort of fun murders can we get? Don't worry about it. What sort of fun murders can we get? I think a really fun one, hear me out, would be a cow sitting on a person and then drowning them with its milk.
Oh no.
Sitting on his face and drowning them. So he's got his udders in the guy's mouth.
Yeah.
And the cow's straining and the guy's like, oh, and you hear him drowning, and then when the cow sits up, he's drowned in milk. Yeah? Yeah. Alright, if this is going to be a feature film, I feel like we need at least, I'm going to be generous to us and say 10 kills. We need at least 10 kills for this film.
Yeah.
That's kill 1.
Yeah.
Kill 2, obviously, 4 cows each grab someone's limb and they all tear him.
And they tear him apart.
Yeah, and they all tear him into bits. That's obviously a kill.
I've got one.
Go ahead.
So the cows, you know, they come together and they start crafting something, and you know the people in the distance, what are they crafting? So
not only are these zombies cows, but they're zombie cows with super intelligence.
It's not crafting something. It's like, what crafting over there? What crafting? And he looks. It's like a metal contraption. It's like, what the hell is this? What is going on?
What are those darn cows doing again?
Are they fine? Are they okay now? He's like, hey, what's going on there? And then behind him, a cow grabs him, drags him towards the machine. He's like, no, what's going on? What are you doing? What are you doing? And then there's another cow that he sees that turns around and grins at him, and it's stood by a barbecue. And it throws him into the machine, and it turns him into minced meat. And another cow carefully pats it into a patty, passes it to the other cow by the barbecue, and they barbecue it, and it's a burger, and they pop it in a burger bun, and they all have a nice burger.
Now, obviously, not to be rude or anything, but obviously that idea is ridiculous.
Yes.
But I can actually spin that into a good one, which is that the cows have put the guy, because I've seen a video of a load of vegans do a protest at a slaughterhouse where they get into like collars meant for cows that spin them onto a thing, a saw. Yeah. Maybe the cows get them in that.
Yeah.
Bunch of them, you know, fucking, how did they do this? They haven't even got thumbs. And then the cow switches it on with its leg and they start going around and it starts cutting their heads off. Yeah. One by one.
Yeah.
That's 10 kills.
That's more doable, to be fair. Yeah. Than them crafting a contraption.
I just feel like it makes more sense that they would take a contraption we've crafted. That's another thing I was going to ask. Barbecues exist. Why did they have to make one? They could have found a barbecue.
Hey, I didn't say they made the barbecue per se, just made the contraption that turned him into mincemeat.
But that also exists.
Not for humans.
I feel like you could probably put a human in it. I feel like that would need
You'd need
more
a
research.
big one. You need a big one.
Or a small human.
Or a small human. A baby.
I mean, midgets exist too. Or, I guess small humans is what they would rather be called.
But a midget might be big boned, you know, they have adult bones. A baby.
Is that true?
Probably.
Because that implies to me, if they do have the same bone size as adults, that they have less bones than adults. Is that how it works?
Well, no, they have the same, like...
Because they can't have the same amount of bones and all the bones be the same size. That doesn't work.
No, all the bones are the same thickness and strength as adult bones, but obviously not the same length because they're shorter.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like you could pick the bones out.
A cow with its cow fingers and cow thumbs.
That's a good point.
I mean, then again, it did craft a mincing machine.
And do cows care about bones? Humans do. I feel like a cow would just eat food bone. I know a pig would. Pigs eat bones.
Cows are happy enough to fucking eat grass. I'm pretty sure they'd be fine with bones.
Maybe they're not eating it. They're feeding it to the other humans.
And actually, did you know cows... Actually, wait, no. I could be thinking of something wrong.
Oh no.
I was about to say...
Oh no.
Oh no, I've made a mistake. Well, technically not because I haven't said it yet, but I was about to say... I'm pretty sure it might not be cows. I might have been thinking about an episode of a like dinosaur documentary.
Okay.
It might have been that, but it might have been cows. They eat stones to help with their digestion. So they eat the stones, and then the stones like help grind up food in their stomach. But that might have been something else.
That's just our neighbour, Kevin.
Yeah, he eats stones all the time.
He does.
But you know,
so he's a character, that Kevin.
But yeah, so yeah, cows take over the world, and they cook people in barbecues.
No.
And
so you've got 3 deaths down. We do need more deaths. Do bulls have horns?
Yeah.
Are we counting the bulls in, or is it just the cows?
No, it could be the bulls as well. The bulls could be like the bosses, you know, like you know.
No, I've got to disagree with that. I think the cows would be the bosses. The bulls would be like the goons. Like the henchmen, the muscle.
But the bulls are more rare because you get like loads of the regular cows, and then once every so often you see like this hench testosterone filled bull who's like got red eyes, massive horns, and you see him, you're like, oh shit,
that might be true, but
go down.
I think statistically cows kill more people than bulls do.
Yeah, but this is no ordinary event, Bradley. This is where cows become
no, but that's why I think
zombies.
No, but that's the thing. That's why I think it should be the cows, because cows kill more than humans, and this is no ordinary event. If cows already kill more humans than bulls, imagine how much more they're going to kill.
Yeah, but it's about the aesthetic as well.
What if the cows kill the bulls?
That could be another thing. What if
we
the
have
bulls
a cow bull
size?
civil war.
Yeah, you know. I mean, look at some of the bulls that you get. Like, look at that. Like, imagine that, but as a fucking zombie. Like, that would be hench. You would be fucked up by that. Imagine that with horns charging towards you as a zombie. You'd be fucked.
Well, I can't. Where are its horns? I can't imagine that with horns. It's got no horns. Where are its horns? Do bulls not have horns?
No, they always take them off because like they'd be dangerous with horns. That's why they take them
You can't
off.
even see the scars. How have they done that so well? That's a horrible thing to do, first of all.
I mean, people are horrible.
They really are. Yeah, I don't know. We could do the cow evolution film.
Yeah.
So cow v human. V human? Maybe there's also a sect of human who are working for the cows.
With the cows.
they believe in the cows. Dude, it's the former vegans.
Oh my god, yeah, all the vegans are with the cows.
Yeah, they actually believe, like, no, we owe this to the cows to be their slaves, to work for them, and to do what they wish.
I'm determined to find a bull with horns.
I'm starting to think they don't exist. Oh, okay, never mind.
They do, they're just like... Yeah.
Yeah, that's them. That's them.
Yeah. Nice. But,
not nice.
That's not good. It is ass.
Here's a question. Zombie bull. Still affected by red? Like the red blanket?
I mean, there'd be a lot of blood everywhere, so it'd just permanently be like getting triggered by everything. So I don't know, maybe not.
Maybe not. I think another aspect of this. Oh, okay. You want the cows to be smart. This was the first step of their plan. They actually successfully kill a lot of human race, like a lot of us, by poisoning the milk.
Oh, yeah.
Before they strike, they poison the milk supply.
That's how it all begins. Because they can't just break free. We have armies.
Exactly.
We have shit like...
So they actually...
But milk is everywhere.
Exactly.
It's everywhere.
So they poison it with not only a poison, but one of their own poison. This poison will take a while. The human race is dead within weeks.
Yeah.
And it's only the lactose intolerants that survive. And the people who don't like
all
dairy.
the vegans, yeah. Well, let's say maybe it's a poison that like kills 80% of all people.
Yeah, no, 80% sounds good.
Yeah, so then we're still left with a fair amount of people, but society is dismantled and the cows have risen up.
Yeah, the cows are victorious.
Yeah.
Now, one thing I'm solemn on, as in like I'm willing to walk away from the table if this isn't the case.
Okay.
The cows never talk. Do not have talking cows. They're preposterous.
You don't want to have talking cows.
I don't want the cows to be able to talk. If they do talk, and I'll walk away if this isn't the case. They only express their views through moos. They moo to each other, and the humans never understand.
Okay, so in that case, then the base of the story needs to be about our protagonist who's going to be a person.
Yeah.
Yeah. The movie isn't about the cows.
Okay,
it's not about them.
He's an 18-year-old. The cow revolution has been going on for the last 5 years. His parents were killed in the first wave of the cow milk bombardment when he was 13, and he joined a young group of rebels who plan on
cow resistance.
Yeah, there was the
cow resistance.
The cow resistance, who plan on blowing up the queen cow. There's also a queen cow.
Yeah, well, because if it's like there's like the queen is like if they're a hive mind, they need to have the queen. Like a group of ants, but in this case, zombie cows.
Google the oldest, biggest cow. I want to know how old a cow can get and how big it can get. 49 years old. That's quite an old cow. Okay.
Oh wow.
That's a big cow.
That is huge.
Okay, we've got it then.
Yeah.
It's a massive old cow.
Yeah.
And this is, it said there, 40? This cow is 50.
Yeah.
This cow is half 100 years old. This cow knows it's about to die, that's why it's struck.
Look how big it is compared to the other cows.
Wait, it says it isn't actually a cow.
Oh, I don't care. It's a cow. It'll be like
it isn't actually a cow. It's a fucking legend.
Yeah, that's very movie like. Yeah, they have like the queen that's just absolutely huge, massive cow.
But what if it turns out that this queen cow, because they kill it in the end, but it turns out it was a fake, and it's actually a person in control of the cows.
Oh. Yeah, like some villain type shit.
So what has actually happened here isn't that the cows have developed a hive mind and gone rogue. The cows have always had a hive mind. A man's just figured out how to break into it.
I see.
And a human man, has been telling the cows what to do. Tricking them into thinking it's their own.
What was that movie about a guy who started giving out loads of SIM cards to everyone, and then the SIM cards we're going to make everyone's phones explode or something?
I don't know.
No, it was going to emit an energy that made them all go crazy and start fighting and killing each other.
Oh, Kingsman. Yeah.
It'll be like that, he'll be up in his
ivory tower.
In his ivory tower with all the other rich people cackling away. The cows will bring us victory.
And because of that, when they actually kill the main cow, they think it's over, but then they get ambushed by humans, and they're like, "What?
What's going on?
What's happening? We just saved the world."
Yeah.
But no, it turns out they've made the humans even more mad than ever because it was this guy's plan.
Yeah.
This guy needed the cows. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Dude, yeah, I think that could totally be a movie one day.
However, on that note, it is now 9:30, so we all need to wrap up.
We will. This was a short episode
This
because
is a
it is at Hector's house.
Yeah, it'll be a short but sweet episode, just a nice little bit. No plan.
Yeah,
really.
just to let you guys know that we're still here.
Yeah, we just kind of what's the word? Spitballed it. You know, we just went for it. There was no plan. We didn't have a topic to talk about per se.
We just came in and shit the shit.
Yeah.
It was good.
And hopefully the quality is good with the new getup. We've got a whole external soundboard and the mic, so hopefully the quality's good.
Yeah, the only thing we need is a second mic and 2 arms.
Yeah.
And a full studio.
Well, the second mic and
a
2
professional
arms.
sound engineer who works for us.
And a Filipino slave in the back.
Wow. That was wrong to say.
Cut.
Yeah, no good. Cut.
I've got a random quiz for you here.
Oh, give me a random quiz.
What? 6 or 5? Fuck.
5.
I'll say 5. I can't remember if it's 6. What random, spontaneous 5 episodes of South Park featured a short introduction at the beginning with the 2 creators singing and performing in front of a group of elderly people?
You fucking kid.
I don't know what brought that into my head, but that something you said just brought that into my head.
Do you know?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, I actually do.
You nerd. I can't tell you that, man. No. When I remember things about episodes, I mean like the story of the episode, not a random little cut thing in the opening just to make a giggle. Like, I'm not gonna remember.
Hey, that was one off. They don't do that ever again.
That's like me being like, can you name all the episodes of Family Guy where Conway Twitty comes in?
It might actually be the only 5 episodes that feature live action.
No, that's not true. That's not true.
What else?
Because they've had like random live action like jokey commercials and shit. Like that one about the women on their periods.
Oh yeah.
And there was yeah. Like, they've had like some. And
actually, yeah, that's true. Yeah. Well, it's the only live action bits with the 2 creators.
Tell me them, because I can't recall.
Season 2. First 5 episodes.
Oh, they're all in season 2.
Yeah, it's the first 5 episodes of season 2, and then they never do it again.
I remember the first episode of season 2, which is Terence and Philip in Not Without My Anus. I remember that just starting with like an April Fool's title card gag thing, and then them being like, the next episode of Will Cartman Find His Mum will not be seen tonight, and then it's like, and then it just goes straight into Terence and Philip.
I am sure it's season 2. Let's have a look. If we just go to the side that
I don't doubt you. It's just I remember the beginning of season 2 a bit differently. So
season 2.
The first episode is Terence and Philip Not About My Anus. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it just starts. What?
Yeah.
Is it in season 2? Let's try this one maybe. Oh, what? Okay, maybe just not the first one then. Which one is it then?
Wait, let me watch it then.
Oh, wait, let's see if it's the second one. Is it just randomly the 3rd episode? Oh no! Wow.
Okay, so it's
everyone apart from the first. Yeah, but they do it for like 5 episodes or something, and it's just like the 2 creators singing to old people in a home. Yeah.
Yeah, I might recall. I don't know. That's so weird.
Yeah.
You know what I'm starting to think now?
What?
I'm starting to think maybe Prime is automatically skipping my intros.
Maybe.
Because binging South Park, I must say, no, I've never actually seen it like that.
Yeah.
So maybe Prime's just skipping these.
Maybe.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Huh.
But there you go. There you go for all the listeners out there. There is a weird little intro that they do just for those 5 episodes, starting from the 2nd episode of season 2, not the first. That's weird.
Yeah, I was gonna say I remember the first. I remember because it's so much of a kick to the pants, being like, the next episode will not be seen tonight.
Yeah.
Instead, we're going to show you this episode of Terence and Philip. But yeah, I think then that's it. We should probably wrap up.
Yes. Yes. Thank you all. Thank you all for listening, and we will.
Thank you. Not you, Hector. I mean the guy who's listening. You've had enough thanks from me.
Yeah.
I thanked you the entirety of last Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
24 hours I was just going, thank you, Hector. Thank you, Hector.
24, the whole of Thanksgiving. That's why it's called Thanksgiving. It's where you give everyone
For me,
thanks.
it was thanks, Hector.
Yeah. Thank you for listening, and we will catch you next time.